comment,
and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this edition of a Funko Popcast. I am DK Wrestler.
And I am MD Shady.
And in today's podcast, although we are in the middle of August 2022, we are kicking off the first set of August 2022 reveals. Since last week, we did do our fandom-related podcast on South Park, which if you guys tuned into that podcast last week, thank you so much. It was a great podcast to record. And now we are back to talking about weekly Funko Pop announcements with the most recent announcements from August, which range from the 1st to the 12th, which include the FunKon 2022 exclusives. So we might as well kick off with the first set of pops for this set of reveals we're going to be discussing about, which range from August 1st to August 5th, which the first set of announcements, Funko had announced a 3-pack of Mark Hoppus, Travis Barker, and Tom DeLonge from Blink-182, which this is expected to release as early as February 2023. On that same day, Funko had announced a glow-in-the-dark pop of Thor from Avengers Endgame, which will have a 1-in-6 chase of him holding the Stormbreaker, which this will be a Chalice Collectibles exclusive, and it's expected to release as early as January 2023. On August 2nd, Funko had announced a Funko Shop exclusive breast cancer awareness Hello Kitty from the Sanrio lineup, which that is unknown yet of when that will be releasing, since that is a Funko Shop exclusive. Then on August 3rd, Funko had announced 2 pops that will be Funko Shop exclusives, first being a Michael Jordan and the other being Black Adam for the DC Comics lineup, which, like the Hello Kitty, unknown yet of when those will be expected to release, since they are Funko Shop exclusives and will sporadically drop on a random day. Then on August 4th, Funko announced a new wave of Stranger Things pops, which we have common pops of Erica, Mike, Argyle, Hunter Robin, 11, Demobat, Vecna, and Hunter Steve, with exclusive pops of a Nancy and Robin 2-pack going to Target, and Argyle and Pizza Van Pop Rides, which will also be going to Target. And we got ourselves a 3-pack of Steve, Vecna, and Robin, which will be going to Walmart, and these are expected to release as early as February 2023. On that same day, Funko had announced a wave of Harry Potter pops for the 20th anniversary of Chamber of Secrets, which we got ourselves pops of Harry Potter, Hermione, Dobby, Gilderoy Lockhart, Albus Dumbledore with Hogshead in Pop Deluxe, Neville Longbottom with Honeydukes Pop Deluxe, Remus Lupin with Shrieking Shack Pop Deluxe, Madame Rosmerta with the 3 Broomsticks Pop Deluxe, a Ron Weasley with Flying Car Pop Rides, a Minerva McGonagall with Hogwarts Pop Town, and last but not least, we have a glow-in-the-dark Harry Potter with Floo Powder, which will be a Funko Shop exclusive, and these are expected to release as early as November 2022. And then last but not least, on August 5th, Funko had announced a Funko Shop exclusive of Derek Jeter for the MLB lineup, which has a 1-in-6 chase of the jersey being dirty, in which that has since released on the Funko Shop, and it is since sold out on the Funko Shop website. So kicking off with the Blink-182 pops, these are some pretty cool pops. I like this 3-pack very much because these are clearly different moldings of Blink-182 pops. It's not like the repurposed molds of those original ones of Mark Hoppus and Travis Barker that they already did. And I like these better because not only are they holding instruments, but especially with the guitar players, you do have mic stands involved, which I don't remember if Funko has done anything like this before. And then the Travis Barker pop, it has the drum kit. Really enjoy this. And the funny thing about this, in case anyone was wondering or they didn't know about this, is that they look naked in the front and they actually are naked on the back. If you've seen photos before, there are photos where you actually see the back and they are naked. So I think that's pretty funny. And I can't exactly remember what song this goes along with as terms to the music video, but it's cool that they made this as a 3-pack. I'm hoping that one day, if they do a Green Day 3-pack, that they do different moldings of Green Day members instead of just repurposing the already existing 3 pops from that set. We had the glow-in-the-dark Thor, which I think this is okay. I mean, we're so far ahead from Avengers Endgame at this point. I don't know why they keep continuing to pump out Avengers Endgame. We've definitely seen the best, like that previous exclusive I Am Iron Man, and we've seen the Captain America. I don't know. This is just a repurposed mold of an already existing common, slap it as a glow-in-the-dark, and then also add a weapon to it to make a glow-in-the-dark also. I don't know. I just feel like this was a bit of a waste of a time, in my opinion. We got the breast cancer Hello Kitty pop, and this is okay. I mean, it's cool that they're doing more breast cancer pops. I mean, we've seen them the last couple of years where it's certain lineups and they have pink outfits on. And this time it's with Hello Kitty, which definitely makes sense to make in this kind of form. Then we got ourselves the Michael Jordan pop, which this is a little meh. I mean, we've gotten a lot of Michael Jordan pops, and I mean a lot of Michael Jordan pops, not as of late, but just overall the last 3 years now, we've been seeing a bunch of Michael Jordan pops being pumped up. And this one is meh. I mean, even the original one was a bit better because it looks like he's about to dunk. So, I mean, this one is just, I don't know. Once again, I feel like it's a little bit of a waste of time, in my opinion. Then we got the Black Adam pop, and this is pretty decent. I like the way that this is done, where it's in kind of like the flying pose. You got the lightning energy around him, and it would have been cool if this was glow in the dark, but maybe they didn't want to take away from the pop comic covers that they recently announced with Black Adam. So maybe that's why they didn't do it as a glow in the dark, because you already get that version glow in the dark in the comic covers. So if you want to glow in the dark, that's the way to get it. It's really cool. I like the detail involved. Makes sense with the upcoming release of the movie. Then we got ourselves the new Stranger Things pops, which of course we did do a video on the channel, or more specifically, I did a video on the channel of talking about both the Stranger Things 4 and the new Harry Potter pops in one video. And I'll kind of like sum up my opinions of some of my favorites instead of talking about each of them one by one, because I'm sure MD will talk about them one by one. This is a pretty decent set. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of the way that Vecna looks. I felt like when I imagined what Vecna would look like in pop form, it was nothing like this. People had thought that Vecna kind of looks like a sausage, which I mean, I can kind of see the resemblance, but I felt like it could have been a little bit brighter colors, and especially they could have added the veiny effect, kind of like what you've seen in those concept arts we've been seeing from a lot of people making of Vecna pops. The exclusive pops are really cool though, and I mean the Target exclusives, I should say, because you finally get a Nancy pop for the first time since I believe the very first season of Stranger Things. You have a cool version of Robin to go along with it. And then the Argyle with the pizza van, which I feel like will be the top selling pop of this wave. I mean, why wouldn't you want not only an Argyle pop, but the pizza van to go along with it? I think that's really awesome. But that 3-pack going to Walmart is super unnecessary, especially because off the top of my head, I don't remember when Vecna was actually in some sort of scene with Steve and Robin. It would have been better even if they took an 11 and put it with a Vecna, because they have at least interacted. Or even what they could have done, I don't know, make a Murray pop, because somehow we still do not have a pop of Murray for the Stranger Things set, instead of making a pointless 3-pack, in my opinion. Then we got the Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets pops, the 20th anniversary of the movie happening in November. We just did a podcast about a month or two ago, where it was myself and Robbie D talking about the entire series of Harry Potter. And some of the pops that are actually, one of the pops that are mentioned here was a pop that I actually wanted to happen, and it's now happening. So it's cool. The Harry, Hermione, Dobby, and Gilderoy are pretty decent. I like the way that the Harry Potter pop looks. Dobby is really cool. And then you have the deluxe pops, which, I mean, they're okay, but I feel like, in my opinion, they don't really match up with the Chamber of Secrets movie, at least in my opinion, especially Remus Lupin, who doesn't appear until the Prisoner of Azkaban. The Ron and Flying Car was the pop I was mentioning that I mentioned on that podcast that I really wanted Funko to make, and now they did it. It's a long time coming, and I kind of figured when the Philosopher's Stone wave came out last year that they'd probably do, if they would have done a Chamber of Secrets wave, which they are doing, that they would do a Ron in the Flying Car, and I think it's awesome. The Minerva and McGonagall with the pop town of Hogwarts is a little weird, because we already have the Albus Dumbledore with the Hogwarts pop town, but at the same time, I mean, I think a lot of people were complaining about Hogwarts being a little small in the pop town form, so maybe that's why they did it, is that they added another part of Hogwarts to the pop town, and then they just added another character to that to come with it, and then you connect the pieces together. I guess I understand in that point that that's why they did that. But I mean, at the same time, I felt like it was a little unnecessary. Maybe you could have made the Pop Town in the last one a little bit more bigger. And then the exclusive Harry Potter pop is pretty sweet, especially if you know the scene that is involved with this specific Harry Potter. And then last but not least, for this section of pops, we have the Derek Jeter pop, which, I mean, finally we have an MLB player that I actually know of. I don't really know too many MLB players, but to see Derek Jeter is pretty sweet. And I do like the idea of the chase where it's like a dirty jersey from, sliding through home base. I think that definitely makes sense. I felt like though maybe they could have done a little bit of a different posing involved with that instead of adding a little bit of color to it. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's one of the better MLB pops in the last little while, at least in my opinion.
All right, starting off with the new Blink 182 pops. This is really sweet. These look awesome. It's great to see a 3-pack, especially with Tom DeLonge and all the things that have been going on with Blink 182, where it's like, is he back in the band? Is he not? I guess he's not, but it's interesting to see. And when Funko posted this, I was like, wow, maybe he actually is going to be back in the band, considering we're seeing a pop of the 3 of them, and all 3 of them must have agreed on having this pop actually come out. But overall, this pop is great. I like to see the 3 of them. And like DK had mentioned with the mic stands, I think that that's really good detail. You kind of need that for this 3-pack. I think it really makes it quite exceptional, I guess you could say. And overall, the instruments look cool as well. And yeah, it's funny how they are naked. And I have seen pictures of the backside. So yeah, they're completely naked, which is hilarious. I would love to see a Red Hot Chili Peppers set similar to this, where they are also naked. I think that only makes sense. But we're still yet to have Red Hot Chili Peppers pops, but it's great to see some Blink 182 ones. And then we have the Thor from Avengers Endgame, the Chalice collectibles. And yeah, this isn't the greatest. I mean, the chase, I really don't like. I don't like how all they added was the weapon. I feel like that's kind of a little bit of a cop out. Like, I don't know. It's just not the best. The common is okay, but overall, yeah, it's a pop that we've really seen already. So why are we still getting Avengers Endgame pops to begin with? Then we have the breast cancer Hello Kitty pop, and this is pretty cool. We always like when they do these different breast cancer pops and things that are for a good cause. But overall, this doesn't scream I'm a breast cancer pop to me, besides the ribbon in the bow. But overall, it does look like more of a generic Hello Kitty pop. And then we have the Funko Shop exclusive Michael Jordan, and I can't believe how this is not already a pop that's been made. I feel like I've seen this exact pop a million times before. So yeah, not a whole lot of great things to say. It's not a bad pop by any means, but like DK had mentioned, there's so many Michael Jordan pops that this is just very unnecessary. And then we have the Funko Shop exclusive Black Adam, and this pop is pretty sweet. I would have liked to see this glow in the dark, but I can understand why they didn't. Maybe down the line we'll get something similar to this one again that will be glow in the dark, because this is just a perfect candidate for a glow in the dark pop. And then finally, we have some more Stranger Things Funko Pops, and this wave is pretty fire for the most part, not gonna lie. Guess I will go through each pop and express my opinions on them. So starting off with Erica, this is a pretty cool Erica pop. It's better than the original one, I think, though that one was pretty cool with the details with the helmet and all that, but this is a decent one as well. And then we have Mike in his like vacation outfit, and this is great. I really enjoy this. It's a awesome version of Mike. I feel like the Mike pops that we get are generally not the greatest, besides maybe like the season 1 Mike, but this one is cool. I really enjoy this. And then we finally have a pop of Argyle, and that's really awesome. But yeah, like DK had said, like, why haven't we seen Murray? There's characters that we haven't seen that have been in multiple seasons. So why don't we have a pop of them where we already have an Argyle? But I can't hate, because this pop is sweet. I really enjoy how they did the Surfer Boy Pizza like outfit with him, and just awesome. What a sweet pop. And then we have Robin in her, I guess, army outfit, I guess you could call it. This is a pretty decent pop. You can definitely tell that it is Robin. Definitely not one of my favorites from the set, but it's overall not a bad pop. And then we have 11 with her little school project, the diorama that she made. And this is wicked. I really enjoy how they made this pop. And I think that they put a lot of detail into this. I really wish there was a chase version where the diorama is crushed up. I think that that would be really awesome and something that I would definitely be looking to purchase. But overall, I can't complain that there isn't a chase version because this is arguably one of the best pops in the set. And then we have a demon bat, which I didn't expect, but I guess I should have, considering we've had a lot of different products from Funko with Stranger Things for the creatures of the Upside Down, like the Demogorgon, the multiple Demogorgons that we've seen. Obviously, Dart with the chase version that it has, the Tom Bruce monster. There's been a lot, so I'm not surprised considering that the scenes that this creature is based in is like one of the most iconic, I guess, from season 4 of Stranger Things. And then we have Vecna. There's good things about it and there's bad things about it. The good thing about it, the one good thing about it, is that somehow Funko managed to make it still look like the Grinch with the pose that it's in and kind of the way that the body's shaped. So I think that that's cool. But overall, this pop is terrible. I mean, I've seen at least a handful of concept arts that looked amazing, and this one is not good at all. I don't like it. The colors are so weird. It seems like this pop has 3 colors with the like burgundy, the like bone color, and the black with the eyes. It there feels like there's no depth to this, where Vecna is such an interesting character design, and the way that the veins and the vines and everything are on his body is just crazy. So I'll have to see this in person, but I can guarantee I'm not going to be happy with how this looks. And then lastly, for the commons, we have the Steve, and this is okay. Probably my least favorite Steve pop that we've gotten. Steve is my favorite character, so I will 100% be buying this and obviously the rest of the pops in the set, but not my favorite. But it's not a bad pop either. It definitely pairs well with the Robin, which I guess I will start off with the Walmart exclusive with the 3-pack of Robin, Steve, and Vecna. And yeah, this is silly. I mean, obviously, they do go see Vecna's physical form and end up taking him down, I guess you could say, without spoilers. I feel like Vecna just does not need to be in this 3-pack. I feel like there should be another version of Nancy, because the 3 of them went there together and they all had their like kind of army outfits on. So why is she left out of the set, and why is Vecna in this 3-pack when it should 100% be the 3 of them? And then there's the 2-pack with Nancy and Robin, and this is awesome. I actually never would have thought that Funko would make versions of these characters when they're dressed like this, but it's great. I can't wait to get this 2-pack. It is definitely one of the better 2-packs we've seen for Stranger Things pops. And then lastly, for the Stranger Things announcements, we have Argyle with the Surfer Boy pizza van. This is awesome. This is so cool. I never would have expected a Stranger Things pop ride, I guess you could say, but I'm glad that we got one, and it's Argyle. And I can't believe that now we have 2 Argyle pops and we don't have some other characters that we've been wanting to see, like Murray. So Funko, please make a Murray pop. We're all looking for it. You gave us Alexi and you gave us all the other ones we were asking for, but I feel like Murray is just such a fan favorite character without being a fan favorite character that he needs a pop. It's cool that we got this Argyle and the other one as well. I'm just very surprised that we have 2 already this fast. And then moving on to the Harry Potter pops. Not a whole lot to say about these besides the fact that I can't believe that we're still getting different Harry Potter pops in 2022. I mean, they're always going to pump out Harry Potter pops. I understand that, but it feels like there's not a whole lot different going on besides getting like the weird deluxe pops, which actually look pretty good. I do like them, but they're not the best either. And then the Ron with the flying car, that was a surprise. And I really do enjoy that. That is probably a lot of people's favorite scenes from Harry Potter. So I think it took a while. I think that they probably could have done more of a deluxe pop with this rather than a pop rides where it's like stuck in the tree, something along those lines. But overall, that's not a bad pop. It's definitely my favorite from the set. And then we have the Derek Jeter, and this is sweet. I enjoy this pop. The common is pretty awesome. I really enjoy this. It looks like Derek Jeter, which is awesome for being just a human pop. And then the chase is such an interesting way to do a chase. It's almost like a bloody chase, but it's a dirty chase, I guess you could say. So this is definitely a pop that I'm going to be looking out for, is that chase version, because I don't know, I feel like it just needs to be in my collection. I really enjoy how they did the scuffing on like the side of the leg as well as on the stomach of the pop. So this is cool. Derek Jeter's a wicked player, so it's cool to see that. I believe he's the first one to get this kind of chase version, which is pretty sweet.
Are you looking for great pop protectors? Then look no further than popbox.ca. They have a variety of 4-inch and 6-inch protectors in different quantities. Do you want to get 10 protectors, 20? You can get even up to 250 pop protectors over on popbox.ca. And also use our promo code of Funko Popcast for 10% off of your entire purchase of pop protectors. The code is going on until supplies last. So go get your pop protector needs now over on popbox.ca using our code of Funko Popcast to get 10% off.
And let me tell you guys, we're not just screwing around here. These are some great pop protectors. We own a multitude of these protectors. They are some of the best I've seen. Stop buying from EB Games. I'm not boycotting EB Games by any means, but their pop protectors are not as good. So again, use code of Funko Popcast for 10% off.
All right, moving on to the next set of Funko Pops, which range from August 8th to August 12th. So kicking off, we got ourselves a new pop of Whitney Houston for the I Want to Dance with Somebody music video, which this is expected to release as early as September 2022. On that same day, Funko had announced the next pop involved in the Power of the Galaxy set exclusive to Amazon, which is of Princess Leia, unknown yet of when this is releasing on Amazon's website. On that same day, the Philadelphia Phillies had announced their own exclusive pop of a Richmond's Ice Cream Philly Fanatic MLB mascot pop, which this will be given out to fans during the August 21st game against, I believe it is the New York Mets. Then on August 9th, Funko had announced the exclusive pops for FunKon 2022, which first off, we got ourselves a pop of Muchiro from Demon Slayer, which this is going to be shared with the Funko shop in the US and Toys R Us here in Canada. Ollivander with Ollivander's Pop Deluxe from Harry Potter, which this is going to be shared with the Funko shop in the US and Toys R Us here in Canada. We have Green Ranger Shredder for the TMNT Power Rangers crossover set, which this can be shared with the Funko shop in the US and Toys R Us here in Canada. And last but not least for the pops, we have Lemonhead for the Add Icons lineup, which will be scented and will be shared with the Funko shop in the US only. And these will be released, I guess, as this podcast gets released on August 19th at their respective retailers. Then on August 11th, Funimation had announced their own exclusive pop of a Zenitsu Akusuma from Demon Slayer, which this is available now on the Funimation website. Then on August 12th, Funko had announced a pop of H.E.R for the Pop Rocks lineup, which this is expected to release as early as January 2023. And on that same day, Pop Culture had announced various exclusive pops, which first off, we have ourselves a glow-in-the-dark 4-pack of Ariel, Jasmine, Rapunzel, and Moana for the Disney Ultimate Princess lineup, a Retro Comics Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, C-3PO, Luke Skywalker 4-pack from the Star Wars lineup, Chuckles from Trick or Treat, which this was later revealed to be a Spirit Halloween exclusive. And last but not least, we have a Blacklight Jumbo from Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which this was also later revealed to be a Spirit Halloween exclusive, which all of these are available now on the Pop Culture website with restricted shipping for Canada and the US, except for Jumbo, which is available for pre-order and is expected to release as early as September 2022. So first off, we have ourselves Whitney Houston, which I think this is actually a pretty decent pop. I know we've gotten actually quite a bit of Whitney Houston pops as of late. I believe she has 4 at this point, including the Diamond Collection one. This one's cool because I believe if you know of one song by Whitney Houston, it's I Want to Dance with Somebody. And I think what's also cool about this pop is that someone had showed off the back of this box and there's a QR code on the back. I don't know if this is with all the Whitney Houston pops, but as a QR code, and I believe the QR code sends you to probably a link for the song that's involved with. So I think that's what's going on with the QR code, which I think that's pretty cool. Even if someone who doesn't know who Whitney Houston is for some reason would buy this pop and then they use the QR code and then they find it's I Want to Dance with Somebody and it starts playing. I think that's pretty decent. I think that's something that maybe Funko should do with other pops for the Rocks lineup. I think that's pretty decent. And I think this will be a huge seller because of the fact that pretty much the majority of people know about the song I Want to Dance with Somebody. Next up, we have Princess Leia for the Power of the Galaxy lineup exclusive to Amazon, and this is pretty decent. I mean, it's pretty much just an updated mold of some of the older Princess Leia pops, especially we've gotten something similar to this just a couple months ago from Star Wars Celebration for exclusive. So, I mean, this isn't too special, but it's still cool that obviously Princess Leia would be acknowledged for a lineup like Power of the Galaxy. Richmond's Ice Cream Philly Fanatic. This is pretty decent. And I didn't really know the difference between this one and the original, but I think the difference is like, I think there's sunglasses added to it and there isn't on the original one. And overall, I mean, if you're able to attend this game and you're a fan of the Phillies, this is a cool pop to add to your collection, especially if you already have all the Philadelphia Phillies pops. Then we got ourselves the FunKon pops, starting off with the pop from Demon Slayer. And this is okay. I kind of remember this character when watching the one season of Demon Slayer that I have seen. I don't think this is as detailed as the Demon Slayer pop we've gotten last month for SDCC, but it's cool that they're still pumping up Demon Slayer pops considering that Demon Slayer is super popular and they haven't really overdone Demon Slayer like they've done with like Dragon Ball, where it's like the main character but different versions. Like example, SDCC, we'd gotten a driving version of Goku, which Goku we have gotten a lot of pops of. At least with this character, we've never seen a pop before. So at least they're doing that with this lineup of introducing characters as Comic-Con exclusives instead of doing different scenes with the main characters, like example, Tanjiro for Demon Slayer. We have the Ollivander with Ollivander's Pop Deluxe. Speaking of the Pop Deluxe sets from Harry Potter, this is another one to add, and this is okay. I mean, this one's a little cool because this is the wand shop, I believe, thanks to knowledge from our good buddy Robbie D. From the very first movie when Harry is choosing his wand, and this is the guy who owns the store. This is pretty decent for that fact, but I feel like it won't entirely be a big seller because of the fact that I think the other deluxe sets that were originally just normal exclusives, and then you have the new ones coming out that are going to be commons. I feel like this won't sell as well, especially with the next couple of FunKon exclusives that I think will sell well. So I guess I'll go into that, which is the Green Ranger Shredder from the TMNT Power Rangers crossover set. And this is really cool because I did not expect them to go outside the realm of just the 4 main Ninja Turtles. I think it's cool that they added the Shredder to it, and especially adding the Green Ranger outfit to it, because I felt like adding the Green Ranger outfit to, let's say, Michelangelo or Raphael would be weird because it's just too much green already. So obviously now knowing that Raphael most likely will have the Red Ranger outfit, and then Mikey has pretty much a choice of the White Ranger, the Pink Ranger, or the Yellow Ranger at this point of what his suit is. We'll have to see when most likely it gets revealed at New York Comic Con on what that will be, but this is really cool. I like how all these colors mesh together very well, especially with that purple cape that's partially destroyed. And last but not least, we have ourselves the Scented Lemonhead from Lemonhead, obviously the ad icons lineup. And this is pretty sweet. And if I were to choose a pop that's my favorite out of these 4 pops, it would probably have to be the Scented Lemonhead, just for the simple fact that it is a scented pop. We don't get scented pops all that often. It's something a little new and refreshing for pops. We did get the soda a couple of months ago, so it's cool that we do have the pop now, especially it being scented and not glitter like the chase of the soda. So I really do enjoy this pop, even though I don't plan on getting it. I think this is really cool for ad icon collectors, especially MD Shady. We have the pop of Zenitsu from Demon Slayer, the Funimation exclusive, and I think this is pretty decent. I mean, it's a little bit of the same molding as the original Zenitsu, the common one, except they added a really cool base and they moved the hair because he is in like, I think he's in like one of his like modes for like using one of his powers, which I think he's actually sleeping when he's doing his power. It's been a while, so any Demon Slayer fans listening to this podcast can update me on what I was trying to say there. But this is really cool. I think it's definitely one of the better Demon Slayer pops per se. We got the pop of H.E.R. I can't exactly remember about her. Like, I can't remember any songs that she's done, but I know I recognize the name though. So I guess that's good. But I really like the way that this pop looks, especially how it looks to be very glittery without being considered either glitter or diamond collection. So I think that's pretty decent. And especially the translucent guitar, I think that looks really, really awesome. That's something that I don't think Funko has done yet, is make a translucent guitar for a pop rocks pop. And the multi-packs, I won't go through them all that much, besides the fact that this is meh, because it's just repurposed common pops, slap into a 4-pack. And then especially with the Ultimate Princess, you're just adding a specification on it. Nothing too special. And then I'm pretty sure there's nothing different with these 4 retro comic Star Wars pops. So, I mean, if you didn't get the singular pops and then you needed to get the 4-pack, cool. But I mean, it's kind of pointless if you already have all 4 of these pops. We have Chuckles from Trick or Treat. I think this is really cool, especially because it's not just repeats of Sam. Now you have Chuckles, and I think this is really cool. I like the detail involved with the pop and everything, especially the hair. I think this will actually be a pretty decent seller, especially at Spirit Halloween. And then the Blacklight Jumbo. This is not too bad. I mean, they've already done the Funko Soda chase, I believe, of Jumbo, or it was Shorty, or one of them. I know they've done Killer Clowns from Outer Space black light items with the chases of the sodas. I just don't remember if Jumbo was one of them. I know Shorty was one of them, and then they did another one. I just can't remember if Jumbo was the one. But the black light colors look pretty cool. I would like to see how it looks in person, though, as terms to what the black light looks when you put the black light to it.
Okay, so we have yet another Whitney Houston pop, but this is a pretty good one, especially from being from I Want to Dance with Somebody, which is a great song, by the way. And this pop looks great. The hair on the Whitney Houston pops always looks phenomenal. I mean, there's just so much detail in those curls that they do a really good job on. The way that the eyeshadow, I guess that would be, complements the earrings very well. And overall, this is just a really cool pop. I would probably consider this to be probably my favorite Whitney Houston pop that we've seen so far, and possible contender to make it into my Pop Rocks collection. And then we have another Amazon exclusive Power of the Galaxy Star Wars pop, and we have Princess Leia. And this pop is pretty dang wicked. I mean, there's a lot of detail on this. It's crazy to think when you compare that original Princess Leia pop to a pop like this, or the other Princess Leia that we got from A New Hope. And it's just wild how much detail there is, especially with the outfit. You can see the bend in the knees, you can see all the wrinkles, and it's not just one flat piece of vinyl like you see with the original Princess Leia. This one is just very well done. I'm not sure if I like it better than other Princess Leia that we'd gotten, but it's definitely good. They both have some flaws and some things that they've done perfectly, but I just find it funny to compare it to the original one. And then we have the Philly Fanatic, and this is cool. I always love when sporting events do this where they give out pops. I think it's such a great idea. And I really hope that the Toronto Blue Jays start giving out a new, like if they made a new Blue Jays mascot pop, I think that'd be great. And I would definitely get tickets to go see that game and try to obtain the mascot for that. I really enjoy the idea of it. So I think that it's cool. This pop itself is really awesome. I love the detail. And overall, it's not too much different from the original one, but for being a free pop and something that you can go have a good time and actually try to obtain a pop is really awesome. So this is cool. And then we have the FunKon 2 announcements. And honestly, there's some pretty good stuff here. First off, we have the pop from Demon Slayer, and this is pretty cool. I don't know of this character, but I think that the way that they've done the pop, it looks good. I mean, it's not some fancy pose that you usually see with anime pops, but overall, it's not a bad pop. And then we have another one of the Harry Potter deluxe pops, which I'm not too hot on these. Like I had said, I don't think they're bad, but they're not the best things I've seen either. But this one is pretty good with the way that the windows appear to be lit up because they're yellow. I really like how that is done. And then we have another TMNT and Power Rangers mashup pop, and we have the Green Ranger Shredder. This is awesome. I really enjoy this. I mean, the way that the pop looks is so cool. I think it's funny that they did the Green Ranger. I mean, it's kind of green themed for FunCon too, but I just think considering Shredder's a bad guy, they could have done another villain from Power Rangers to match up with Shredder. I hope that they continue this. I really hope, obviously, we see the other two turtles that we haven't seen yet. And I wouldn't be mad if we started seeing other characters like Bebop be turned into these mashup Power Rangers pops because I'm really digging them and I can't wait to get my hands on this pop. And then we have the scented lemon head, which is really awesome as well. We have the Funko soda, but now we also have the pop. And I think they did a really good job on this. I like how they kept the pose pretty much the same as the soda, which is good because that is how the lemon head poses. So This is cool. It's scented. I feel like the lemon is going to smell amazing. And this is definitely a pop that I need to add to my add icons. Just a really great pop. And I love how they kept the smile on the pop, whereas you don't usually see mouths on a lot of pops, but you got to keep that huge smile, especially considering he does kind of have this creepy smile, especially with other versions of Lemonhead. And then we have the Funimation exclusive Demon Slayer pop, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name, but this pop is pretty dang sweet. This is like I was saying with the last Demon Slayer pop we were talking about for FunKon, is that this one now is more of a deluxe pop with a base, and it has a little bit more of a dynamic pose. The hair appears to be flowing a little bit. So this is a better contender, I guess you could say, for a con exclusive pop. This thing looks really awesome. And I should probably check out Demon Slayer because the pops are always fire. They're looking great. And then we have another Pop Rocks with H.E.R. And yeah, I can't say that I remember any of her songs, but I do know the artist. Pretty recent artist. I don't think she's been out for too long. Overall, this pop is good. I like the way there's kind of this see-through aspect with her clothes, the glitter on it. I understand what the outfit is supposed to be. I don't know exactly what you would call it, but I can understand that it's supposed to be like a clear outfit. So that's awesome. And then the clear guitar is pretty sweet as well. And then we have the Disney Princess 4-pack. And this is a weird mashup of princesses. I mean, you have Ariel, Jasmine, Rapunzel, and Moana. All great princesses, but why did Funko pick these four? I don't really know. And why aren't they giving us what we want? And obviously, that is a gold dress 4-pack. That's what we want to talk about here on a Funko Popcast is more gold dresses, not these random princess pops. All jokes aside, these singular pops are great. I'm really enjoying the deluxe princesses, but do they need to be in a 4-pack? Probably not. And then we have yet another 4-pack with the Star Wars ones. Yeah, like DK said, if you didn't buy these pops and you want to get them, probably buy the 4-pack now that it's out, but you could also just get the singular pops. No need for a 4-pack. And then we have the Spirit Halloween Chuckles from Trick or Treat. And yes, I can definitely see this selling very well. Thankfully, we didn't get another Sam Pop. I mean, there's quite a few Sam Pops now. I do own the deluxe one, which I think is pretty cool, and I did get it from Spirit Halloween. So it's cool to see that there's other characters that are being introduced into their own Funko Pops, which is great. This one looks cool. There's some cool details here. I like how the like face paint looks, and overall the red really pops with that white, which I think is great. I could definitely see this selling very well. So if you do see one of these at your local Spirit Halloween and you're like interested in it, probably pick it up because I don't think they're going to last in stores forever. And then lastly, we have the Blacklight Jumbo, and this pop's cool. I really enjoy anything Blacklight with the killer clowns because there's just so many different colors to use. You can almost get all of the colors into a single pop or soda figure. So that's kind of what they've done here again with Jumbo. And I don't know, this is just a really solid pop. I like how it looks, and the Blacklight is sweet.
Anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of this week's podcast. If you enjoyed this week's edition of a Funko Popcast, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below and let us know your favorite pops from this past week. Press the subscribe button for more content like this podcast and any other videos we do on this channel in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. And if you guys haven't yet, follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at a Funko Popcast. It'll be listed in the description below. But anyways, guys, thank you for listening to this week's edition of a Funko Popcast, and we hope to see you guys next week for the top 10 Funko Pops of August 2022. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.
She left me roses by the stairs. Surprises let me know she cares. Peace in, peace out.